If you've watched my last couple of videos, you already know that I have been having trouble with the state of health of the battery that's inside this vehicle currently. And you know that I bought an AC Delco battery from Amazon, and that's what I'm going to put in this car. So that's what I'm going to do today. But before we begin, I want to show you what tools you're going to need if you might do this job. So the first thing, let me cut on some light here. The first thing you're going to need is this thing. You might be wondering why you're going to need a 9-volt battery. That's because of this right here. This is somewhat optional. This right here is a computer memory saver made by Power Built. It even has a lifetime warranty right here, as you can see. Basically, you just put a 9-volt battery in here, plug it into your cigarette lighter, and what I'm more concerned about is saving all of the tables that got to do with the learned processes of my vehicle, like anything that may be learned like with the transmission shift times, anything that may be learned with fuel trims, anything that may be learned with throttle position, that sort of thing. So that way that, you know, I don't have to really worry about, I know they can probably quickly relearn that stuff, but I'd rather keep that stuff in the memory as is. So I may end up making one of these in a future video showing people that you probably can find a sacrificial one of these to cut off and get a 9-volt connector and just solder to this, and you can make one if you already had the stuff at home. I'll do that in a future video. You will need some cutters here because there is excuse me here. There are some of these. Actually, I should have had this along with those pliers. You're going to have some panel clips like this that you're going to have to cut. In particular, let's see here. It's only 2 of them. And in particular, it's just, this is the style I'm going to reinstall here. But again, I bought this pack right here. I think it's 100 of them in this pack. And it was only like, I think $5 or $6. So you probably should always keep some of these on hand because you may break a panel clip fixing something, or you may have to like actually cut when they access something like I'm going to have to do here later. Another thing is some needle nose pliers. So in case of you can actually retrieve part of the plastic out of the body. If not, you're gonna have to push it into the body, and I'll show you that if that happens. And also to take the vent tube off of the battery. This right here, you only need this for one thing, and that's the vent tube sealer that you're gonna tap into the side of the battery with that. And I'll show you that when that happens as well. In fact, I'm probably gonna be one of the first things I do after I take this liner out, so I won't forget to do that. Finally, if I'm not missing anything, you're gonna need I got a 1/4 inch here, a little extension, 10mm socket. I think everything I need is 10 mil. And I got a universal socket to get to the 10 mil that's holding the battery bracket down. And this universal adapter here is actually made by Capri. They make really good tools. So they got a set with 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. And if you want to help the channel, you can click any of my Amazon links, and no matter what you buy, for example, you don't have to buy anything I show you here, but you still can help the channel out that way if you choose to do so. So with that said, let me go ahead and prepare everything here to take out this liner here, and I'll show you exactly how to do that when we get to that. All right, before we get to taking this liner out, I just want to give people a little backstory of what had happened here. So inside of my car, I have inside of my instrument cluster, which is kind of rare these days, I actually got a voltage meter. And so my car began to have less than, say, 14 volts when I was driving. And everybody knows that if you have a car when you're driving, it should be around 14.1, 14.4 volts or so. And then my start and stop override module stopped working. So my car started to do automatic stops and automatic starts that say stop signs, for example. So I don't think that it actually damaged this unit here. I think that probably is something to do with the cranking amps and the voltage. Probably made this thing right here not function properly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install the battery, the new battery into the car, reinstall this, and then I'm gonna just make sure that everything is not good, because I really enjoyed this thing, because the start and stop technology, while I don't really think nothing is wrong with it, I just prefer my car to stay running because, well, it's just one less thing to have to worry about for something happen for to get in an accident. That's just my personal opinion. So with that said, the next step here is I'm gonna go ahead and take this liner out, and then I'm going to move on to unboxing the battery and doing some other things. And when we get to that, I'll let you know. All right, so now we're about to take the trunk liner out. So in my car, I just got a back tray back here to take out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this right here out first. Put that somewhere here. This thing is pretty nice. I bought this myself. It's actually an official GM trunk liner that I got with the, what is it, all-weather mats. Set that over here. So next thing we're gonna do is lift this right here up. The way this car works, it got a little clip right here on the end. I don't know if you can see that little clip right here. And you can just hang this right here. Go ahead and take this styrofoam out right here. All right, so this plastic piece right here just has 7 panel clips right here. All you got to do is just pull up on this and you can take it out. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Make sure all my panel clips are intact. Everything looks good, because sometimes they're not that hard. They're not that easy to break. But sometimes, for example, some of these these little red things right here might fall out. Just look for them if they do. All right. So let's take the cover to the battery off. It's this guy right here. They really didn't want you to change this yourself. That is pretty evident. So now there's 2 little of these panel clips right here to cut with the with these right here. Again, just to give you a close up, I'm gonna get a new one and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna take like one of these right here, and I'm just gonna cut it like this. It's just 2 of these, and replace it with brand new ones. Okay. Got to get up under here. It's a little tight, but may have to get my trim tool just to loosen it up. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good enough. There we go. Got that one. See, just cut the head right off of it, just like that. Do 2 of those. Now, you know what? I'm gonna get my trim tool, because I don't want to mess the liner up in my car. So I'm gonna get the trim tool right here just to loosen it up a little bit, since this is made out of plastic here. Actually, this one might get it out. Let's see. All right, so that should be loose enough. All right, got it off. That one shot over there somewhere. I don't even know where it went. All right, so now this liner right here, you just pull this right out. And don't worry, I'm gonna get you some close-ups in here. Just for right now, I'm just backed up a little bit. Hold up, let me get this other piece. Hold up, give me a second here. Oh yeah, gotta pull it, just pull it down below that part now. Lift this one back up here. And then there you have it. The wheel well, you can pull it over. I mean, you can, I think they want you to take the whole thing out of the car, but you don't have to. But this right here is plenty of room. I just have to move this over here by hand, but the other stuff is pretty easy. So let me see if I can move the camera a little bit closer here to get you some close-ups in here of what's exactly happening here. So let's get a little light right here. As you can see, there's the battery here, and the bracket going straight across that 10mm bolt back in the back. And I don't know how close I can get you up in here to see it, but let me see here. I definitely, let's see here. Let's see here. Readjust my camera a wee bit. Let's see what we got. All right, so now, see if we can get a little light up in here. It's just if I wanted to take the whole trunk line out, but I'm not going to do that. But if I was to take the whole trunk line out, it'll make it so you can see much better, but it's not worth going through all of that. So anyway, as you can see, there's just one 10 millimeter nut back here. I mean, it should be straightforward. It's just a bracket, this bracket laying across here. So let's go ahead and take the 10 mil. Take that out. And again, we're not going to take the battery out yet because I got to hook the memory saver up. I'm just getting everything out of the way for right now, that, you know, up until where I need to. Let's see, they got that a little bit looser there. Yeah, that universal joint makes this so much easier, I'm telling you. You try this with a straight socket, you could do it, but it's just so much easier with the universal. Just so much easier. All right, so get this nut off of here. Go slow here, so I won't drop that and lose it in the body of the car. Ah, there we go. So just one little 10 millimeter. Put that guy there. And then we just take this bracket. Take this bracket right here, right out, just like that. All right, so now what we're gonna do, since we got this right here started, we're gonna leave this for the moment. I'm gonna take the other battery out of the box, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna prepare that battery, and then I'm gonna install the memory saver, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this guy right here out of here. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you is that the vent tube is right here. So the vent tube is on the negative side of the battery. So the positive side, which is over there, which is this right here, is what we're gonna plug off on that side of the battery. So we'll take our pliers, pull this out, reconnect the vent on this side, and we're gonna plug the other side. All right, so I got the battery right here on the ground on this wood little strip here. And all batteries I've never seen it nowhere else except on top of the positive terminal. They come with a cover, and they have this little piece right here that you kind of this little gadget, this little plug, and it also actually gives you instruction here. Let's just see what it says. Just tells you step-by-step guide. You have to take this right here, and number 4, you need to put it into number 5 or number 6, which is straightforward. So install, it tells you right here, install vent port opposite to vent tube. Perfect. All right, so anyway, you see this little plug, pull this right off. Just like that, as you see that. Put that little guy there. Just give it a few little taps. You don't have to do anything crazy. That's it, just like that. It's tapped in, and as you can see, it's nice and flush. You don't have to do anything else, and that's it. We'll go ahead and install this memory saver now and get right to installing the new battery. All right, so before we plug in the memory saver, I just want to start my car real quick, and I want to show you my voltage, I guess, gauge, and show you where it lands at. Let's see if I can focus this in here. There we go. Trunk open, that's fine. As you can see right here, that you can see that gauge right there is not on 14. And again, right now, by looking at this, I know this voltage is only about 13.3 because I have used this right here to actually check the voltage that was being sent to the actual ECM, so I'll know. So anyways, you can see, lucky to have one of these. A lot of cars don't have a voltage meter, so you can tell what the voltage of your battery is. And look at that, look how low that is. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and plug in this memory saver right quick, and let me show you where that goes. As you can see, I got a little spot here. Let's go ahead and take this out. Then we're just gonna take our little memory saver right here, plug that in. As you can see, it's plugged in right here. See if I can get a little better. I like to show everything here. So that's it. So anyway, let's go ahead in the back now. Let me go ahead and cut the car off real quick. Let me go ahead in the back now and actually take out the battery. All right, so I'm gonna try to show you what everything looks like before I actually undo it, because it's just not really a convenient place for me to set the camera, but it's all gonna make sense once I show you. So anyway, this here, you take this cover right here off, right here, and this just exposes this fuse block right here. That's step one. Now step two is that, again, you wanna take the negative terminal off first, because again, contrary to what a lot of people may think, electricity flows from negative to positive. So technically, if you undo the positive side first, that positive side that you have in your hand is still hot because electricity is flowing through it, but has not found a complete path yet. And so when you install a battery, you want to do it on just the opposite. You want to put the positive side on the terminal first, right here, and then do the negative side. So anyway, you just undo that one bolt right there, which is this guy right here, and then you undo this little bolt right here, and that'll open up these jaws, and then you should be able to just lift this whole bracket up right off of the battery, and then just, you know, take the vent tube off. So actually, I'm going to take the vent tube off first, which is right here. So anyway, let me get this battery out of here. I mean, there's a lot going on. Look at all those wired harnesses coming to this battery here, which is fine, because as long as you don't, you know, disturb any of those or break anything, you should be good to go, because you're only going to take this off, this bolt again, and this one right here, the vent tube, and then you can remove all this stuff and just remove this battery. All right, so I'm back. I got everything uninstalled here. I just got a couple of things I want to show you. Is that there is a retaining bolt I didn't forget about here. So only takes a 13. Let me zoom that in. Only takes a 13 millimeter here. Now this thing, when you take this block off, this cover, there's one pesky little clip. Let me turn this light this way, because it will drive you nuts until you figure, you would think, what the hell they got in here? It's really just a clip. So there's this one clip right here on this side, and it's really hard to get to, but you can do it with your hand. You don't need a special tool. So it's two clips, actually three. Yes, it's one clip here, one little clip here, and one clip here. And after you take that loosen this retaining bolt up right here, this right here slides right off. So let me get this battery up out of here. All right, so there it is. This here is the old battery here. So I just want to show you, this here appears to be the original battery that came in the car, because it has a GM logo on it. And this right here is a 94R AGM, 730 cranking amps, 80 amp, hold on me. Yeah, 94R AGM, 730 cranking amps, 80 amp hours. It says 305 load tests. I don't really know what that means, so I'm gonna educate myself more about batteries and look that number up and see exactly what it means. The battery that's going in, same family of batteries, 94R AGM, but now I got upgraded to 850 cranking amps, 140 minutes of reserve, and 80 amp hours. So let's go ahead and one quick thing I want to show you is that you look here, they got the vent tube plugged on this side, which is the positive terminal. Likewise, on the same side here, I have it plugged right here, the positive terminal as well. So let's go ahead and get this puppy installed. I'm excited, and I want to see how my voltage in my car gets back up. One quick tip I want to show you. Until you get your new battery in place, and because this is not under the hood where everything is open and you got a lot of wires and stuff, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Leave that black cap on that negative terminal as a safety precaution, so you won't mess around and short circuit something, because again, you're going to have to take a 53-pound battery and maneuver it between this, which is okay, and maneuver it between this, but you don't want stuff just touching and mess around and touch this somehow and touch this, and boom, there you go. You might create yourself a problem. All right, so we got everything back installed. I hope everything was clear on how to undo this. It's really straightforward. It looks a bit intimidating because of all the wires right here, but trust me, it's only one nut, two clips. One thing I do like about this battery already is that if I was to take this little, where is it at? This, when I actually take this cover right here off, just imagine the cover is here. When I take this cover off, I'll be able to see all the information I need to see about the battery. One thing I hate is when some of the information is up under this bar. So now let's go get in the car, cut the car on, because again, I want to make sure before I actually put everything back in that everything is good to go. So let's take the battery saver out. Okay, we got a good sign already. We got some electricity here. So let's go ahead and cut this puppy on. Oh. Oh yeah. It didn't start at first, it kind of hit me. I was like, uh-oh, let's see what happens here. Okay. So may need to drive it around a bit. The battery right here is saying, let's see what it's saying here. It's not at 14 yet. I'm not sure why that's at, but again, all my memory features look like they got lost. So I guess the memory saver for me did not work because, let's see, did it? Hold on, wait a minute, I can tell you in a second. Hold on, let's see here. I don't have any radio. I guess it didn't save anything because, oh, actually it did, because my AC, let me see what does this settle? Yeah, no, everything, because again, this probably would have defaulted to off, I guess. So no, everything was saved. Yeah, it saved it. So anyway, it's getting back up now to 14 volts right here. Probably just need to be driven around a little bit just because I'm not sure exactly why, but I just definitely know that this definitely is a great improvement over my old battery. So, oh, now I can tell that actually the memory saver did not work. This memory saver here did not work for me for some reason, because again, I can look at my clock time right here and tell. So that's that's okay. I mean, it's just a cheap little thing to give a try to. Maybe it worked, maybe it won't, I don't know. But yeah, there we go. If you look at that, let me zoom in a little bit. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now we're back at 14, where we're supposed to be. And it should go a little bit past 14. Probably it's just because the battery, when I think I checked the other day, was 83% full. So it probably had to just, I guess, continue charging the battery before it, because it was doing that. This is my guess now, I'm not sure about this. That's why it has to get up to 14 volts, because it probably sent a surge, I guess, to top off the battery, being that the car just got acclimated to a new battery. But anyway, there we go. That's what I was looking for right here. Look at it, above 14. That's where it should be at. That's what I'm used to seeing. So anyway, this, what I call a fix, is a very simple fix, but it's terribly exciting whenever you can do something for yourself, and it works out. So anyway, let's go back and get the stuff installed back into the trunk, and that's pretty much to be it. All right, guys, so we're just gonna go ahead and reinstall everything here. I know most people, can just do the reverse, but I'm just doing it just for the entertainment here, for the entertainment factor here. Let me get this from up under here. Let me see what exactly do I got this hung up on. Let me get a light here for this wheel well. I pulled it kind of hard to the side, and I just want to see what it's hung up on here. I think this here. Let's see what we got here. What's going on here? Maybe. Not sure what this thing is hung up on here. Thinking that might be it. Let's see. Let's move this light out of the way for a second. Oh, there we go. Back in action. Almost. Let me just slide this up under here. Oh, yeah. Now I can see all my information on my battery. I love it. All right. Let's go ahead and get this back up under here first. Make that a little bit easier. So now we're going to get these two clips here I was telling you about. Go ahead and line this up here first. Push that right back in there. Hold up. Not there. Oh, right there. Where did they go? Oh, actually, let's go ahead and push that plastic out of the way there. It's just gonna fall down in there. It's not All right, so now we can get back to action. Okay. Ah, got that perfect. Just what I wanted. All right, back in. All right, so now comes next part is this guy. Put this back in just to show you, because some people, reason why I'm showing this because some people may not have confidence for putting this back in if they've never done this, because you always got to consider that your videos may be watched by people who their first time at doing something, who just maybe getting into DIY, to kind of show them, you know, to give them a little confidence like what exactly happens. So all we're going to do is just get these clips right here back into place, and you can line them up. There's a, you know, with this, line this hole up with this, and there's two little hooks right here. You just line up that up. But first, what we want to do is kind of, before we hit it up there, you want to get this lip above it, because it'll be hard if you do it after. I may have to end up doing this after the fact, but I don't know yet. Let's see. Because if you don't do it now, it'll be a little, I mean, it's still, it'll be just a little harder. I mean, it's not like going to be difficult to put it up. It'll just be a much, not necessarily harder, just be a much slower process. I'll put it like that. Okay. Okay, hold up. Almost got him. All right, there we go. Hold on. Oh, I gotta pull this. I gotta pull this side back off. Gotta stick that flap back through that. Stick this. I got a hook in my trunk. I'm gonna just stick it back through that hole there. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. And what I was saying about seeing the battery information, if you look, let me get my tripod here so I can close my legs up here so I can show you what I'm trying to get at here. So if you look right here, see if I can zoom in on this. I can see all the information on my battery. I had cranking amps and what type of battery it is, everything right here. Normally, that stuff was buried under here. And you wonder if they've done that on purpose, being that that was a GM battery from the factory. So anyway, this is all left to do, just to put my little cover up here. I believe I might have left that under here. Let's see. Nope. Where did I put my top of my, oh, right here. That's pretty much it. Just slide it back in. And there you have it, the trunk restored to normality. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. This battery is easy to change once you see it, but if you've never seen a battery like this change, it could be quite intimidating.